And I always like my favorite intro. No, we're gonna do this intro.
You can cut this out later, like Aaron. I'm telling you, don't stop recording. Just let it record. And if there's any issues or hiccups, just leave it, and you can do post production later. Okay.
All right. Cool. Nice.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So cool. Yeah. We got Sater here from minds.com. Sater D. Satori D.
Yeah, Satori D.
Satori D here on 805 Pirate Radio. We're going to do a Cali-style interview, kind of a round robin. I got one of my radio friends going to help me out with the interview since I'm still a little bit new doing the podcast. But we're trying to put together some 805 Pirate Radio, and we want to bring the minds in and some people like Daniel here, Satori D. To kind of help collaborate and put this thing and beyond the talking phase into the actual broadcast phase here. Get some good pirate radio topics going. We're kind of going to do a live interview to see where you're at, as far as joining the Cali 805 pirate crew and putting on a regular weekly show here.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to talk about?
Well, what are kind of some of your thoughts on some good topics that maybe we could do it? Maybe we can even hammer out a day and time, and some people that you're networked with to, bring this talk to a reality. We can do controversial stuff. I do want to keep it kind of clean as far as the potty mouth, but we're all adults here, and I know it slips out every now and then, so. That's kind of the platform, and we're here to run with it. The ball's kind of in your hands at this point.
Okay, so first of all, I guess one of the main topics that I deal with on Minds, because I help do the science and technology page. So like I'm have like official, I guess, responsibilities a little bit. But one topic that I'm really interested in is like the latest research on consciousness. So I go on this one website a lot. It's called Science and Non-Duality. And that's a really popular topic that we talk about a lot. And it's very wide in range of like what you could do within there. So, like meditation is part of it, but also too like the latest research that different people are doing and stuff like that. Like then from there, one thing that I'm always interested in is dreams. I've been like studying dreams for like a while now. One like technique that I've been doing, well, I kind of took a break from it because it's also a little crazy, but it's called Totec dreaming, and so I don't know, it's just a advanced technique of lucid dreaming, and you get a lot of weird dreams, I guess.
It's funny that you bring that up. My business partner here locally, where we do local installs and websites, had an app on his phone that monitors his sleeping and made some kind of tone or something that would like bring him up to a semi-level of consciousness to bring up lucid dreaming.
Oh yeah.
So technology and dreaming, it's not that far in the future where there's
it's all converging right now. Like it's crazy what's going on.
Yeah, and then of course my handle, Mr. Millionaire's D, which is for Millionaire's Dream. I'm a big proponent of dream time, daydream, conscious dream, manifesting your dream, using your dreams like subconsciously to learn a subject, like, they talk about osmosis and stuff. And I've actually put it to practice and stuff. And some of these newer ideas are becoming more and more scientifically proven. And and like you're saying, adapted or enhanced through technology.
Yeah, definitely. Like one of the things too, like it's like an ancient practice with the Native Americans. Like when the shaman would have a important dream, like a vivid dream, they would act it out within the culture. Like for instance, Black Elk, when he had a really vivid dream, he'll tell it to the tribe, and the tribe that day will set up his dream to play it out to like reconfirm it if they wanted to like manifest it in a waking life. So it's interesting too. Some of the research too I've been looking at, and take a couple of online classes. But what happens is your normal dreaming is kind of like a defragging of your mind. So whatever data you insert during the day gets sorted out to like resources in your mind and confirming your neural nets. So if you like, I don't know, one time, and this is very simple, but this kind of explains it, where you get a new job, right, and you're trying to study it. Like for instance, when I went into cooking, I had to relearn everything like about how to cook, and then you bombard your mind with so much information that you're dreaming about doing exactly the same thing you do in your job. But it's reconfirming those habits, reconfirming that information in your mind. So if you could hack into it or, do positive of it, it just confirms it and helps you get it imprinted into your brain better,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a great proponent of mindset and putting that, not only just mindset, but the practice of it. Like we were saying, talking about putting on pirate radio and actually getting down to the business of, hey, this is the second recording here on pirate radio. And, we're actually putting together a plan for a weekly thing. So now instead of just talking about it, we're going to be starting to do it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Synchronicity, man.
Yeah.
Making magic happen. It's all unfolding here right before everybody's eyes.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's going to be big.
You got anything to add there, Mr. Secret Rider? Mr. Dragon Rider.
Myself?
Monkey Dragon Rider.
No. I mean, I Monkey Dragon. Yeah, it's me. I'm Monkey Dragon Boy. I talk enough as it is. I'm here to listen to Daniel, aka Satori D, because what he's laying, the knowledge he's laying out there and dropping on us right now I totally resonate with what he's saying, and I really love it. So I mean, I'm really quite. Should I say honored? Well, I guess I could, but I mean, I'm just pleased and happy that he was able to finally make it. We were able to make the.
I know. Finally, I got on.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I, in my kind of got the same background. They call it woo-woo in some of the groups, the work groups I deal with. Aaron's the woo-woo guy because I was raised all around that stuff, and I've always just been in tune with, the higher conscious or whatever you want to call it, inner conscious, how the mind works, how, like my personal experiences, I've read, we went out of town, when I first did networking. I knew nothing about computers or networking. Took the book, basically read it the night before the test, and my mind was, like you're saying, it was so consumed with all that new information that it had to set those neural networks in while I'm sleeping, while I'm dreaming. I was dreaming about all this what I just read. When I woke up, well rested and from sleep, I still had an invigorated mind, and all that stuff had been sorted out through my sleep, where when I woke up, I scored a 90-something on the test.
Yeah.
So, it really is, that subconscious implant that you put in, that people are putting in. And I guess would be an opportune time to actually promote my current project that, a little bit more on the let's actually get a business product set up and sent out. Not as much fun and woo-woo as hopefully this pirate radio can be, but I'm sure we'll be able to monetize to this pirate radio with advertisers, eventually with, if we get enough a website, all the things that are required to really have a business behind.
Well, look, you guys, this is big here. This is, and like I mentioned in the last interview that we just had, and by the way, I'm going to tag somebody here for you, Aaron, so pay attention, please, in the little text chat. She just got out of the shower, so she might be a little bit, I'm not sure she's completely dried off or not, but that lady there right there, very wonderful young lady.
Twitter, or do I do that in Blab?
So tag her in the Blab, please. And but let me just say that what we've been doing and what I mentioned in the earlier interview that we did is that we've got this new video conferencing platform, Daniel, that we've been basically with the network as a whole. Myself and the wider network have been busy putting together and laying claim to literally, it's the point now, I think it's like thousands of URL domain names. So I'm not gonna really kind of for the record, I'm not going to lay that out for people where exactly this is in cyberspace, because we are, like I said, busy kind of working at things behind the scenes, and we want to definitely get an upper hand here so that we can do whatever. We want things to basically work out for the best, so that we basically can kind of call the shots in the end, hopefully, and that we don't have to worry about being side railed or sabotaged. What we potentially stand to be put together here, though, is something which is far larger than Blab. It'll make Blab look silly when it comes right down to it. So, I mean, they had their chance and they made their decision. So, I mean, that's just the way it goes, I guess. At this point, with my report back to headquarters, that did. I mean, they just laughed, as they laughed as well. So they kind of shrugged their shoulders, thought that they would be able to, and we as a network would be able to work with Blab. But unfortunately, I got the way they treated myself and being like the network representative, that I guess they weren't aware of what they were doing at the time, where they essentially had me thrown onto the bus. So. But, karma, that's the way karma works, right? And all the word karma really means is action. You can never be sure what the consequences of your actions are going to be. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big. And I think in this case, this instance, what they did, their decision, the way, the approach they took in their dealing with things and having things addressed from the administrative level, the consequences could be quite significant.
Yeah. It is.
Did we lose Daniel?
I've noticed that too.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Put that out there for him, just to hear about how this update with the news. We got this, like I said, video conferencing platform, and I'd like Daniel. Hopefully, you can tell John about this. And John actually is one of the people. That's really I'm quite pleased to see that he has been kind of he's responded to a few of the things I put out there on Minds, and that's always encouraging. I was really happy to see the beta upgrade finally come around, because it had been kind of just sitting there.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's going to be like their scene.is. I'm not sure if you heard of those guys, but that was a real disappointment, the way that it just stalled really, and not really gone anywhere for months now. They kind of leveled out, peaked out at about a little over 104,000 members. So I was concerned that might happen with Minds, but thankfully it looks like there's a new kind of re-energized sort of spirit that's been
with the new update. There's
a little bit more about that. So yeah,
Daniel,
tell me what exactly is Minds?
Minds is a open source social networking site, and right now there's 1 million active users according to John. So anybody could go up there and start their own. You could do a personal one. You could do something for like your company or whatever you want to promote. And as you gain followers, so you have a channel and you gain, you subscribe to people, people subscribe to you, and you earn points for comments, for posting, for likes, and then as you get those points, you could use them to boost your contact to the whole network. So, and then it's really easy to accumulate your points. And the more active you are in there, then more people start following you and stuff like that. So like right now, I was actually out of town for a while. So like my followers kind of went down, or my active viewings, but at, like for a while I had like 5,400 for a day. So it was like averaging around like 4,000, just people viewing whatever content I was putting up. And I mean, so like right now, like I've been doing it for a while. And then like what I said, I have I help edit the science and technology page, because it was kind of funny because John is also helping with the programming, and I guess his job was to edit the science and technology page, and they were doing the update, and he was basically reminding half of my page on the science and technology page. So then he messaged me and said, hey, would you mind helping to edit it? And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem, I'll do it, because I'm always reading articles or writing blogs about whatever strange stuff I find on the internet, or and so I started doing that, and that one, so that's where I kept on going. So like, for instance, right now I don't even know, like too many points that I don't even know what to do with. So like, say we get this pirate radio going, I could boost it through the whole network for like 10,000 views, and it'll keep on going. They have like a rotation, so like you since they have an agreement with the app store, certain content they can't boost, like say explicit content, because that's just the agreement, not with the site itself, but through the app stores. You know what I mean? So they'll get in trouble with like the Apple Store or the Google App Store. So they have to.
Hey, I hate to interrupt, but it looks like Kristen just dropped in. And my friend, who's still on the other line, wanted me to tag her and tell her to come on in. So I'm going to text her right now. Kristen is here. Okay, so I sent him a text, and yeah, hey, we're just basically, I'm interviewing Daniel here, or AKA Satori D, about what minds.com actually is. He's the science and technology editor there, and he was really interested in what we're doing over here with the 805 Pirate Radio, Cali style, broadcasting, podcasting, whatnot. And, telling me some of the interesting topics that we might be putting on here to talk about in the future.
And also, too, right now on Minds, it's a great push to, what they just started, it's called You Monetize Your Site. So,
what? Hold on.
Yeah.
What? Monetize my site. Okay, I got 150 points. I'm just still learning this. How do I do what? Monetize my site.
Yeah, are you on the beta version?
Mine's beta. Yeah, it says beta on there.
Okay, and there should be an option that says to monetize your site. So like, go to the points, and it's like a merchant wallet.
Oh, become a merchant. It says become a merchant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when you do that, right now they need to get more official like advertising on there. So they say if you have a lot of following, then somebody likes your content and they want to advertise or to promote, say, a radio show or promote whatever on your channel specifically, right? Then instead of giving you points, because that's what they've been doing up until now, they could offer you, say, like $50 or whatever they want, depending on your audience and how well they get back on there. So right now that's just the start of to monetize the site, but through other channels, unofficial channels, through just users themselves, there's this other guy, Travis Lee, who's creating like a Minds cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So us users could kind of just have agreement, barter with each other, because there's a lot of few artists that are drawing stuff and trying to get their stuff out. I have a writing group where we're creating a science fiction short stories for like in the future that we're gonna turn into short films, and so we could have agreement with somebody and say, hey, we'll offer you whatever Minds points, and so like cryptocurrency, it depends whoever buys in and how it goes. But he's already came up with the actual coins themselves, and so we could convert them from Minds points to the cryptocurrency points, and we start bartering with each other and exchanging, and kind of like resources, say your audience or your expertise. Like for instance, one guy on my group, his expertise is in video editing, and he does like ads, and he does it for his day job, but he wants to start doing his own like passion projects or whatever. So he's part of my group, and he does this small little editing stuff. So like my first idea is I wrote this short story, and It's going to be a series. It's called the Paper Bums. What it is like near future. There's artificial intelligence that's able to, it's already a actual like program that they have out there. I read an article and I'm like, oh shoot, this is kind of crazy. What it does is it could comprehend language. It reads, comprehends what it's reading, and it self-programs itself. So the more it reads, the more intelligent it gets. So now I was like, oh, now the government has a way to actually filter through all the data that they've been mining. Like, because it's impossible to have actual people sit down and look through all this stuff. Like, It's impossible. The amount of information that's out there. So now there's the computers doing it, and it gets faster and smarter. So anybody who wants to keep their original thoughts, like without being edited or censored, they have to write on actual paper. So it's like reverting back, and they call it paper bums, and they do it through a physical network of them passing out their papers to each other, and so, but they get squashed down. So, anyways, the first story is this guy just typing on an old typewriter, and he's typing because he was part of the program. And he's like, trying to figure out where everything went wrong. So that's the first short story that I wrote. And so it's going to be easy to film. All it is someone typing on a typewriter. And so it's going to be like narrated over the telling the story.
Oh,
so
very, very nice.
So I already got
for a voice. Someone to do voiceovers or the narration.
Yeah.
Because I could add to that, and contribute in that capacity if that's perhaps what you were looking for. If you're looking for another voice, then we can shift things up and kind of shape things up a little bit. What kind of voice do you want?
I'm not sure. I'll send you kind of what I have, and then maybe just read it and see what you come up with. I have not really too sure.
Sure.
But like the setting is kind of like he's a little paranoid. A little bit.
Okay. I'll try to. You know what? I'll try to do it. I'll try to pull off something and just kind of get in the character. And if it works, great. If not, honestly, it's. I understand because that's just the way it goes, right? So
yeah.
It's audition's not a problem, but yeah, I'd definitely like to get it, at least have a shot, give me an opportunity to kind of put it together and pull it off. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. See, the more you talk, the more you network with people, more ideas start floating around, and then you could actually start manifesting them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a synergy, isn't it?
Yes.
It's real synergy. So, and that's what the networking's all about. Because I'm really noticing that here with we got all kinds of people, man. They're buzzing around, and we're making that buzz happen, and people are hearing about it. And we got Aaron's doing his thing there, and I'm here, and you're there, and we got there's all the Secret Santa, and that's that whole bit. And I mean the interviews that I've done. In fact, what you're saying, you just got a chance finally to see the interview I did with Bill Conrad with the Wizard.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Did you see the whole thing or check it out? The whole thing, or just get a little bit, or?
I saw most of it, and then that's when you tagged me into Aaron's when you were interviewing him on the pirate radio about what happened. I still haven't.
There was another good interview.
Heard the whole story of that.
Mm-hmm. There's another good interview I did. I like to share it with people and get it out there because sometimes I explained to people what Secret Santa was all about and whatnot, and it just totally went over their heads. Or they're thinking, "Well, you're selling something," or "What's in it for you?" Like there's got to be an angle. And the whole thing was Secret Santa because they couldn't understand or comprehend it. It's just there's nothing, man. We're making organizations like UNICEF and the Red Cross. We're making them totally look silly, and we're making them even look more corrupt than what they already are and what people are already aware of. As far as their level of corruption goes, because there's all we're doing. It's actually I was talking to some people about it, and the term that they threw out at me. I said, "Is this direct marketing?" And they said no. It's what's known as referral marketing. So basically, you understand what the whole deal, right? Needy on the one hand, and then the people who have the resources and ability to help the people who are needy, and then so you're referring one group to the one side to the other kind of deal, and it's really not any more complicated than that. And there's no service fee. We're not charging a cent. It's just we're helping people. That's all. But I mean, of course, yeah, we there's other things that we're involved in that where there's monetization, absolutely. But that doesn't mean why can't you do charity sometimes? There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of from my standpoint as a Buddhist too. It's essential to my religion. If you want to call it that or whatever, philosophy, worldview, or what have you. So yeah, very important. So Islam too, right? Supposedly, the charity, and I'm not sure if that applies to all, even like non-Muslims, but I guess we'll see. I think it does sometimes. It all depends on who's kind of, how they kind of look at things. Christians and Freemasons too. The secular world, that whole bit too. So they pay lip service to it, but whether they practice it or not is another story. Go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, there's good and bad in every group. Whether, Buddhist, Christians, Muslims, whatever, Australians, Americans, Californians, whatever. Gosh, you just take a small town and there's good and bad people just in this little small town.
And it's funny thing too is I got ambushed by these radical vipers, and that's just the unfortunate thing. And just an hour before that, once again, just a short time before that, I met these really wonderful Muslims, and who were very kind, and they glowed with this wonderful kind of a spiritual energy that was just very beautiful. And what can you do? At the same time, this is the sort of thing like the Blab administration and the people that were behind my having me taken down and kicked off the network, basically sidelined for who knows how long. They could care less. They don't want to hear it. They are not interested. There's nothing, zero, totally shut down, shut off, and silence. So what can you do? Frustrating.
Pirate radio.
I guess you got to do pirate radio.
Call in.
805 Cali style. Yeah, we're on Cali style here. We got Daniel from Los Angeles here right now, and he's really giving us the goods, a little bit of insight and behind the scenes kind of baseball, really, and what's going on over at my inside.
You peel the cat back. You pull the cat back in the brains. The brains, peel the cat back, right? Peel the cat back, get the brains in there. That was Minds. Was it brains.com or Minds.com?
Minds.com.
No, because that's cool, because that's actually, we being a technologist, I guess is what they call this at the data center. We talk about things that would be really fun to do. And, the whole thing you're doing over there with Minds, the point system and the micropayments and the little award things. We were talking about that, but now here it is. And you guys are actually doing that.
We got Kirsten is coming soon. She just jumped in the shower. Kristen, I would say Kirsten. It's Kristen, I guess is what it is. But we got some. The cavalry is on their way. Actually, we got some backup coming here shortly. So be ready for that. But Daniel, it's really great. You say 1 million users. My God, man, this whole thing, this video conferencing platform I was telling you about. Think about it. Just put those two together, and this is not Blab anymore because we found another way of doing it. And it's even better than Blab in a lot of ways too. So although they don't have a recording, the recording end of things, hopefully that'll come with the upgrade down the way here. But we really, if I'll kind of fill you in a little bit kind of later, maybe off air or what have you. But wow, talk about synergy and so forth. And there's some put those two together, like the Minds and the video conferencing platform. That's powerful stuff. I don't see how anyone could deny that. So if we can get that out to Bill and John, let them know what's going on here, and just to have them kind of take a look at things and maybe get on board and really kind of work together and making some real magic happen here. And it's all for the benefit of humanity too. That's some people might not like to hear that, but those who would prefer to keep us in darkness and what have you. So it's a perpetual slavery. But we're the solutions kind of network. That's really our main kind of focus here, in the betterment of humanity, and just because the world, we could do better as a civilization. And I think this is going to prove to be our project here, this enterprise. It's going to prove to be essential to kind of giving a hand up, giving to people, but also some inspiration and hope. It's our message is the message of hope and love, of course, for humanity. And hopefully you'll be able to just kind of pass that message along. So.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. I'll definitely send it up the chain, I guess. But definitely private message me about the actual details of the project, I guess, or a little bit of it, so I could share it. I actually just posted the Blab on my Minds, and Bill actually liked it. I don't know. I try to get him in one of these sessions.
Yeah, I'm setting up this Minds, setting up an album here. I uploaded the earlier interview to my 805 Pirate Radio on Minds too.
Nice.
I'll probably upload it.
That was fast. Well, we've been having this interview. This is all real. This is happening like right now.
I don't play it, dude. Yeah, I do.
Sounds
work,
like
man.
it.
I like like I always say, it's a walkie walk one thing, but you want to get down to business, you got to talky talk. Or no, what was it? Oh yeah, walkie walk. No, talky talk is one thing, but when it's time to get down to business, you better be ready to walkie walk. Walkie walk. So I should make a new album too, or new thing for my YouTube.
We're just lucky that we have this technology at our disposal that we can actually with our brains or minds, if you will, just to get the thinking cap on and start putting things together. Basically, seeing how the platforms can be approach them on integrative and what's that other word I like to use? The integrative and it'll come to me in a second. But you use the multiple platforms in order to kind of magnify or multiply once again the synergy thing. So just to really kind of give it that extra boost. And speaking of which, that boost function is part of the beta upgrade. That's great. I really love that. The way you accumulate points over on Minds, and you get an idea or a picture or a link or a YouTube video or something that you really want to promote, and you hope that more people can hear about. That's great. Really positive kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, good stuff going on here, man.
Did we lose Daniel? I think we might have.
Oh, I think we lost Daniel. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could just sit here and talk to my computer.
But hang on, we got Kristen. We can wrap this one up if you like. If he's gone, if he got knocked off, or maybe some technical issue. Maybe the Blab police came along and said, "Oh, we don't like this. Let go." So they just, who knows what's going on, but yeah. So, but you can maybe, if you want to choose to wind things down, just to kind of a formal kind of wrap up. And Kristen, she's going to come along here shortly, unless I don't see green right there right now, actually, Aaron. So you can share that with me and have me take a look. Have we managed to pick up any traffic at all? How many people? What kind of numbers are we looking at here for just kind of people that managed to check the show out here?
Just 8.
Stream it live. 8 people. Well,
yeah, 5
that last show with the exclusive you did with Jaffe just a little while ago, that was about 15 or 17, something like that.
Yeah. This is I might as well just wrap it up. I mean, we can always just open another one up.
Yeah, we'll do a new one after with Kristen when she comes on board. She's a real character too. I'd love to hear her talk.
I think I've talked to her, interviewed her, chill with her. I'm gonna check out her Twitter. Like I said,
isn't she beautiful? Look at her. Look at her smile. Isn't that just beautiful?
Yeah, it's a wonderful smile.
She's just so. See. You can tell when people kind of have their real kind of genuine.
I don't know, maybe.
Souls.
Yeah.
So what happened? He got.
He had to go.
Some technical issues there. It looks like.
No, he had to go.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he just had to go.
That was fast.
Yeah, that was an awesome interview. Issue. That's the exact type of person I wanted. I needed here on 805 Radio. 805 Radio. Because really exact kind of stuff, the science and technology stuff that people are talking about, we're in the heart of that, dude. We're at Cal Poly. We're, how far away from the forts and the, military, they get all the technology, and all these kids up here know about it. And when the stuff that he's talking about, science and technology, that is so cutting edge that it does fall into that, such a cutting edge topic that it needs to be on 805 Pirate Radio. That's all I can say. Cali Style interview is going to be rocking the house. I tell you that much, Jay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, great. That was I think quite historic, groundbreaking. Once again, just really, really happy and glad to have had him make it and come on board, and because we've been in touch for a while here, but it just for whatever reason, I guess the stars are all properly aligned or what have you, and so hopefully he manages to take that message back to his headquarters there at Minds and just kind of relay the information, and we'll just have to wait and just hopefully keep our fingers crossed and hopefully get some positive results.
Oh yeah. I'm exploring the podcasting, the social. When you talk about social marketing and branding,
exercises like this really do give you a more depth understanding of how, it's just not the regular thing. Here we're kind of marketing and branding kind of a whole new thing, a whole cutting edge style of bringing information. It's not just random information. This is going to be, people like Satori D from Minds.com, editor for the science and technology page and the science technology section of this, cutting edge new technology. They're talking micropayments, bitcoins, props, and shared community building. So this is all the things that everyone's talking about here on Blab, but it's also another platform. No one is, if they're smart, they're not platform stuck. Obviously, if they're doing Blabs, they can record that, put it up through YouTube, put it up through their, Minds account, and really start building a better, deeper level of branding. Now, they always, a lot of people say brand yourself. Well, that's cool. I actually deal with clients, so I have to brand them. I have to brand, the cooking lady, and I have to brand, the hat person. I have to brand the country western guy. And so, for me to brand myself, it's kind of boring. So I'm doing something a little more fun, a little more stimulating to my imagination, a little more entertaining and engaging to the audience. And yet at the same time, stick to relevancies such as Minds.com or new cutting edge social platforms or media platforms. Work on my skills by bringing on more people that I can interview. And of course, getting that cutting edge science and technology and all the other woo-woo stuff that, California might be known for. I don't know if we're going to get Sater D on here, back on here. I can see him on the screen, but he twittered me that he had to go. So if he doesn't show back up, then, that's fine. I'll just do a closing.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think we did a great job, covered a lot of ground, and a lot of issues were addressed, and just kind of a pretty free-flowing kind of thing, really. I mean, I kind of, for the most, it was your show, really. It was your interview and your the Cali Pirate Radio. But I'm more than happy to chime in and offer my 2 cents from time to time.
Oh, no, Jay, you don't know. It's a world of help, just knowing you're there, flying the backside, riding this monkey dragon. I'll be out here being the monkey dragon. You got me, you're riding me there, keeping me on the straight and get narrow, keeping me on this podcasting journey and helping me get through it. I appreciate that.
Monkey Dragon have great power. Sometimes people don't see the Monkey Dragon. But Monkey Dragon, he know how to move. He got dexterity. He got bamboo stick. He hit people with bamboo stick. Sometimes people don't like bamboo stick from Monkey Dragon. But, that's his style, man.
Stop,
Monkey Dragon. And he teach people with the monkey wisdom. But people don't like to listen to the monkey because he think monkey bad boy. But monkey really not bad boy. Monkey just funny boy. Okay? So you people listen up now. Okay? Because Monkey Dragon is going to be around for a while now. And we're coming soon to a location near you. Hota. Charming and happy. Good day and bye-bye.
All right, then we're gonna end our show as like we always do.
All right, 805 Pirate Radio. Hope you enjoyed another Cali Style interview. Remember, go check out minds.com. We're lucky to have Sater D, Mr. Daniel, come on here, tell us a little bit about science and technology. Thanks again, everybody.